Welcome to my fast news segment channel. You can view quick news in few minutes. Revant Reddy on August 28 stated that the Hyderabad Disaster Response and Asset Monitoring and Protection Agency would not hesitate to demolish the properties of his family member if found floating rules of construction norm. The CM was responding to remarks made by BRS Working President K.T. Ramarao, who alleged that the Hydra was only selective, targeting the properties of opposition party leader while ignoring the Chief Minister brother Anumala Tirupati properties. Speaking to the media, Chief Minister Revant Reddy said that any construction, including those by his family, if found located in the full tank level or buffer zone, will face demolition without escapes. PM said, I am challenging KTR. If he can prove that my house or even any of the properties that belongs to my family members are built in an illegal zone, I will accompany Hydra to demolish them. I want KTR and Harish Rao to lead the fact-finding committee that determines whether a property is built illegal or not. If my house is deemed illegal, I will readily demolish it, CM Reddy told. Zahirabad in Sangareddy district has been picked by the center as one of the 12th industrial smart city in a 10th state that are being developed at a cost of rupees 28,602 crore. Decision has been taken during a union cabinet meeting on Delhi, Wednesday, August 28. Zahirabad MP Suresh Shekhar thanked Chief Minister Revant Reddy for representing to the center for including Zahirabad under the Smart Industrial Cities program. The official reportedly conducted inspection at level hostel and school across Hyderabad and other Telangana district on August 27. Following the inspection at the hotel in Hyderabad and other district, the team provided detailed guidelines to local district authorities on managing and overseeing this facility. The instruction focused on maintaining cleanliness, including regular cleaning, scheduled effective waste management and ensuring area are free from contamination. Inspection facility include HMC zone, hostel, government SCDD hostel, Yadgiri, Jawahar, Navodaya Vidyalaya, Palair, Kammam, MGPT residential school, MGPT boys residential school, Sangareddy, ST boys hostel, Bongiri. The Hyderabad City Security Council announced on Wednesday, August 28 that the National Physical Security Summit 2024 will be held on August 30. The program will explore the theme, the evolutionary aspects of physical security in the digital era. This flagship event aims to raise awareness and enhance public consciousness for a safer and more secure society. The summit is sponsored by the Association of Private Security Agency. Telangana Congress worker allegedly threw egg at a party MLA Kale Yadaya vehicle in Chevilla during his visit to distribute Kalyana Lakshmi and Shadi Mubarak check. The act of protest disrupted the event and drew significant attention. Yadaya, who recently joined the Congress from BRS, faced discontent from Congress members despite their initial enthusiasm. The protest stems from allegation by follower of Chevilla Congress in charge Bhim Bhadravaj, who claimed that Yadaya has not been cooperative with the former and has failed to provide updates on government action in the constitution. PRS MLA Harish Rao on Wednesday, August 29 criticized the government for not setting up a crop purchase center. In a letter to Chief Minister Revant Reddy, he alleges that the government is trying to frustrate the farmer by forcing them to cultivate pulses instead of food crop to make a profit. When the central government announced it would set the minimum support price at rupees 8,682, but no one bought it at the price. As a result, the farmers sold the crop to farmers in the agriculture market and rural area between rupees 6,500 per quintal. Farmers are losing more than rupees 2,500 per quintal as it becomes a game played by private trader, said the MLA Harish Rao. Former Telangana Energy Minister G. Jagdish Reddy on Wednesday, August 20th, accused Chief Minister Revant Reddy of working as the B team of the BJP The Suryapet MLA alleged that the Chief Minister Revant Reddy intends to merge the Congress with the BJP. Reddy also criticized both parties for their comments on MLC K. Kavita Bail, labeling their remarks as baseless. Actually, they are criticizing the judges of the Supreme Court for proving them wrong. You have been saying since the beginning that Congress and BJP are working together in Telangana. The actual liquor scam is false, said Jagdish. Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy on Wednesday, August 28 said that the Telangana Kalli statue will be placed in the Secretariat on December 9th, participating in the Bhumi Pujan for the statue. Reddy said that December is a day for celebration for the people of Telangana, taking a dig at the former Chief Minister and BRS Supremo K. Chandrasekhar Rao Reddy said they spent approximately rupees 22.5 lakhs crores in 10 years, however, could not allocate even rupees 1 crore for the Telangana Kalli statue. KCR thought Telangana was him and he was Telangana. A 30 years old hotel owner was arrested on charges of spying, blackmailing and extorting money from a young couple by threatening to export their intimate videos. According to Rajiv Gandhi International Airport Circle Inspector K. Balraju, the incident occurred in a hotel Sita Grand, which is affiliated with Yo Room. Police said the accused Poturi Ganesh installed hidden camera inside bulb holders in the room. The accused Ganesh, who rent the room to young couples and secretly was a private movement live. He later blackmailed and extorted money from the couple, returning to expose the intimate details, the circle inspector told. Significant fire broke out at a furniture workshop located in Sitarama Bagh within the Mangal Hat police limits, resulting in the complete destruction of the material stored inside. The incident occurred in the early hour, prompting a swift response from local firefighter who arrived promptly at the scene to combat the blaze. Fortunately, no casualties have been reported as a result of the fire. Fire tender work diligently to douse the flame and prevent the fire from spreading to nearby structure. In addition, firefighting team, police official and AIMIM cooperator also arrived to oversee the situation. The central government meeting to discuss measures for ensuring the safety of healthcare workers across the country was underway in the national capital on Wednesday. This meeting conducted via video conferencing is being chaired by Union Home Secretary Govind Mohan and the Health Secretary Apurva Chandra. Director General of Police and Health Secretaries of all states are attending the meeting. This meeting followed the Supreme Court decision to take immediate action after nationwide protest broke out to protest the rape and murder of a female doctor at Ajikar Hospital in Kolkata. Indian Immunological Limited, a vaccine maker based in Hyderabad, has developed a live attenuated needle-free intranasal booster vaccine against SARS-CoV-2 in collaboration with Griffith University, Australia. The vaccine named CDO7N1 was created using codon optimization technology. A study on the vaccine titled A Single Dose Intranasal Life Attenuated Codon Optimized Vaccine provides broad protection against SARS-CoV-2 and its variant was published in the reputable scientific journal Nature Communication on August 26, 2024. A mega job fair will be held at Khaja Mansion Function Hall, Masab Tank on August 31st. According to the press release, the job fair will feature participation from several companies across diverse sectors including pharma, health, IT and IT's education and banking. Some companies will offer work from home opportunities. Candidates with qualification above SSC are eligible to apply at the Job Mela in Hyderabad and preliminary interviews will be taking place at the venue. Entry to the job fair is free. For more information, interested individuals can contact 8374315052. Psychological classes aimed at enhancing the mental health of students are set to resume at SC Residential School in Telangana. During a meeting During a media briefing on Tuesday, August 27, Ulugu Varshini, Secretary of the Telangana Social Welfare Residential Education Institution Society, developed plans to collaborate with the Brahma Kumaris organization in Hyderabad. The agreement likely to be signed by September 2nd aim to introduce psychological classes for SC students focusing on improving their mental well-being. Health Minister Damodar Raja Narasimha on Tuesday, August 27, asked officials to set up control room under the Director of Public Health to monitor dengue cases. The minister further stressed awareness drive to conducted to prevent the spread of the diseases. Report on the dengue cases from each district must be submitted to the district medical health officer regular and ensure availability of doctor and essential medicine in all hospitals across the state, he said while chairing a review meeting at the secretariat. Were prevented by upper caste people from entering the newly constructed Durga Mata temple in Siddipet district. After filing a complaint with the police, counseling was given to both communities to sort out the issue. The incident took place at Venkatapuram, a suburb of Markuk Mandal, Siddipet district. On the occasion of Bonadu festival, Dalits have gone to the temple to pray for village devotee. However, those belonging to the upper caste prevented them from entering its premises. Following an altercation, the Dalit committee member lodged a complaint with the police and case was registered against some people for caste discrimination. TRS Working President K.T. Ramarao on Wednesday, August 20th, slammed Chief Minister Revanth Reddy for showering a hypocritical love on Rajiv Gandhi. Everyone knows the real color of the hypocritical love he was showering on Rajiv Gandhi after becoming the PCC president through the backdoor, posted KTR on Twitter. He further said that in the past, the chief minister abused Sonia Gandhi, calling her a demon, a ghost, a sacrificial deity, and now he was demonstrating love for Rajiv Gandhi, thus exposing the inconsistency in his stance. General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra shared pictures of her brother Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, engaging with the conductor, driver, marshals, and other employees of DTC buses in Delhi. Posting a picture on Twitter, Priyanka Gandhi wrote, "How do the driver, conductor, and marshal of a transport corporation with thousands of buses manage their life? How do they cope with inflation, rising school fees, and the stresses of wages and pension in the country? There are millions of boys lying in several severe economic insecurity. It is essential to listen to their concern." Rahul Gandhi is consistently listening to them and raising his voice for their justice. Priyanka Gandhi posted on Twitter. Week of gruesome rape and murder of a trainee doctor at the state-run RG Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata. President Draupadi Murmu on Wednesday admitted that she was in a predicament over her reply when some school children who had come to the Rashtrapati Bhavan on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan asked me innocently if they could be assured that there would be no recurrence of the Nirbhaya type incident in the future. Pertaining to her government has zero tolerance to incident of rape. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Wednesday said an amendment to existing law will be passed in the State Assembly next week to ensure capital punishment to convicted rapists. Banerjee said that she would sit for dharna outside Raj Bhavan here if the governor delays in giving assent to the amendment bill or forward it to the president for ratification. Chief Minister also said that the TMC will launch a movement from Saturday at the state grassroots to create pressure on the centre to pass legislation for capital punishment of convicted rapists. Warning of heavy to extremely heavy rainfall over the next few days. The India Meteorological Department Hyderabad on Wednesday issued an orange alert for several districts across Telangana. The alert, which advised the public to be prepared, follow a cyclonic circulation over the east central Bay of Bengal, which is likely to develop into low pressure area. Orange alert issued across Telangana. Recent announcement, the Passport Seva portal, the primary online platform for Indian passport service, will be temporarily inaccessible for 5 days starting today, August 29, 2024. The portal is set to undergo essential technical maintenance, which will disrupt its operation until September 2nd, 2024. 24. According to a notice issued on the portal office website, the maintenance work is scheduled to begin at 8 p.m. on August 29th and will continue until 6 a.m. on September 2nd, 2024. During this period, the Passport Seva portal will be entirely inaccessible to all the user, including Indian citizens and various government agencies. Citizen can now experience a hassle-free travel in the city with the new Metro Deluxe monthly pass being introduced by the Telangana State Road Transport Corporation. The Greater Hyderabad Zone officials said the pass allow travels not only on Metro Deluxe buses but also on Metro Express, e-buses and City Ordinary within the city and suburb. The Greater Hyderabad Zone TGSRTC announced the prices for the Metro Green Deluxe monthly bus pass at rupees 1450. With the pass, citizen can avail unlimited travel on Metro Express, E-Metro and non-AC city ordinary and suburban buses within the Hyderabad and suburban limits. Telangana State District Selection Committee is set to release the DSC result 2024 soon on their official website along with the cutoff marks. Candidates who appear for the TSDSC 2024 exam for various teaching and non-teaching positions such as school assistant, physical education teachers, second grade teachers and language pandit are eagerly waiting for the cutoff marks announcement. A day after All India Muslim Personal Law Board called for the immediate withdrawal of the Waqf Amendment Bill, BJP MP Jagdambika Pal said the government was committed to safeguarding Waqf properties and emphasized that the bill aimed to protect orphan widows and the unemployed. The chairperson of a joint parliament committee formed to examine the bill met prominent Muslim scholars and intellectuals at Islamic Center of India, Aishbagh Eidgah here on Monday evening. During the meeting, 20-point memorandum was presented to Paul outlining the objection and concern of Muslim community. Paul said government is committed to safeguarding Waqf property. The bill aimed to protect and benefit orphans, widows and the unemployed. He highlighted the importance on ongoing consultation with major Muslim organizations including AIMPLB to ensure that the amendments were fair and just. Watch the channel. Press the bell icon to get latest notification of news. Like, share and subscribe my channel.